Hi guys, hello, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, you guys? Happy resumption day for the students. Happy resumption day for our students. So for our kids, my lips look chapped. Let me let me get something to fix that. You guys, I was quite excited because the last couple of weeks, is it weeks I'll call it, and last couple of weeks I've been one kind, just having that girl in the house with us. You guys give the teachers their accolades because these people, they are doing their jobs. I cannot imagine having that kind of job to, well, I guess there's a passion, they have a passion for it and they're good at what they do. So it's not it's not really a big deal to them. But oh man, I was so glad to ship off my daughter back to school and for her to resume. I was so excited about it. Anyways, so I had to show you guys real quick um bits and pieces of like how we got ready this morning, and then I had to pray for her again when she was going to school. In fact, my plan was just say a quick prayer, but then I ended up praying for her from when we got into the car all the way to our school. I was like, Jesus Christ, we're already at our school. And I was just praying. And she was saying amen, amen. But sometimes she was a little distracted, but she was good. Anyway, so I dropped that off and I was so happy. She was so happy. Trying to figure out this whole son situation is not working out as I wanted. Anyways, so you guys, as soon as she saw the security guy open the car door and she saw him, she was so excited. She's like, "Ah, hi!" And the guy was like, "Give me high five." And then her teachers came and carried her, and she's gone. I've left her into God's hands. So I am currently on my way to the supermarket. I want to get some gifts for teachers. Teachers. Um, I normally do that every year. I was supposed to do it in December, but then my schedule was so busy in December, so I couldn't do it in December. But now I'm free, so I'm going to the supermarket to get them gift items. There are two teachers, so she has a main teacher for our class, and then there's a lady that assists them with, like, going to potty, um I don't know, feeding them if they need be, things that just, cleaning the class, things like that. So that's that. And then the owner of the school, I love her so much. She's God. It's hard to see owners of the school that are so personal with parents. She's so personal, and you will know that, like she tells me, like, God called her to start this school. You know that is she's intentional about it. She's very intentional about it, and that's one thing I like about her. So yeah, I also have to get her something. So I'm going to the supermarket. I normally just get like provisions. Um yeah, I also have to give the security guy like some cash, nothing serious, just to be appreciative before somebody will watch this video and say, are you trying to bribe your teachers, your children's teachers? No, I'm not trying to bribe them. That's how I was raised. I was raised that way. I was raised to just give people things. Especially how I know how hard it is to take care of toddlers. God, I need to give them their accolades, man. So, and like I said, I was raised that way. When I was in school, whenever my mom came around, for like open day or something, she'd always bring something for my teachers. As time went on, it wasn't something, it was more like cash gifts. She just gives them cash. And it wasn't like I was my teacher's favorite or anything, but just somebody just looking out for your child. I mean, it's their job and I know they're getting paid to do it, but it doesn't still hurt to just um give them something. So I have imbibed that and I normally do that. So I'm just heading out to the supermarket to get a few things for them. Yeah. If you're parents, it's something you can try incorporating. It's nothing serious. It doesn't have to be so expensive. It's just a gift of love. I'm trying to achieve something today, and I hope I can be able to film it also. I'm trying to go get my PVC, you guys. My PVC, because Nigeria has told us that if we do not pick up our PVCs by the 22nd of January, we should forget about it. So I'm not trying to forget about it. I want to pick up my PVC. Um, I have heard that they brought it closer to home at like the maybe like the polling unit level. So I'm trying to figure out where I will be collecting mine. I did my registration in Apapa, but I'm supposed to be collecting it in my area. So that's what I want to do. I want to head out there now and then let's see. Let's first go to the supermarket. Then we head out to the PVC collection center, and I hope I can be able to share the process with you guys.
Why are you going back and forth? I can't keep up with your mood swings. What is troubling your mind? Are you doing this just to test me? I'm bad at handling this type of thing. Why I don't get it, you say it's a man thing. Babe, I wanna be alright. I just wanna make your heart sing. But you're not letting me get through to you.
First day of school. My baby is done with the first day of school. How was first day of school, TJ? You did not beat people?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Thank God. But did you see your friends?
I went to the coaching soccer.
Your friends were in school?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So the reason why I whipped up my camera was because when we picked Tisha up, she said she wanted to go to, oh, by the way, Mary is there. Mary is at the back. So when we picked Tisha up, she said, oh, let's go to Grandpa's house. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Like, we're going to Grandpa's house. Like, that's not a problem. But then I was packed. No, Grandpa doesn't have a party. And then so I was packed in the opposite direction. Grandpa is not having a party. You're used to going to parties in Grandpa's house. Then all of a sudden, my daughter is like, no, that's not the way to Grandpa's house. Mommy, that's not the way to Grandpa's house. That's actually why I turned on my camera, thinking she would say the same thing. But we're already on the right route now. Actually, we're even there already. Her house is not far from my parents' house at all and at all. So we're there, we're here now. By the way, it was even our grandpa that was like, Bemi, Shuni, look, Betty Shani. Time has gone now. Show what time need. Like, Grandpa, calm down. Grandpa, you gonna calm down? We're going to pick her. So we left the house. If not, he would have gone to pick his granddaughter by himself. But was this car here when we left, Mary? Oh, wow. No. We left. Person don't park. Alright, Tisha, it's time for you to get out. No. Oh, let me park well. Mary, close the door. Let me park well. Bye, y'all. Guys, my people, your girl is super excited, y'all. Why am I this excited, you guys? I got my PVC, I got my voters card. Don't let me put my information out there. But y'all, I got my voters card after 2 days. So you guys know that I told you yesterday that after I was going to the supermarket to buy some things for Tisha's teachers, that I was going to get my PVC. So I got there at around like 9:30 to 10ish, and they were supposed to write our names on on a paper I was number 103. By the time I got there, they had not started calling any names because the officials were not yet there. So eventually they started calling names. They called the first 25 names. You guys, when I tell you that the first 25 people took an average of I think it took about 1 hour 30 minutes to get through the first 25 people. Then they called the next 25 people, so that was 50 people. So and I was there. I was already there like 9:30 ish. I looked at the time. It was to 12. I was hungry. I was tired. Like I just like, am I going to be here till whatever time? And I was 103. So I calculated it. I was like, okay, on an average, since so I calculated, I was like, since it's taking about 2 hours for them to respond to 50 people, if I go home for another 2 hours, or almost 2 hours, by the time I'm back, which should be maybe like around 1, then they should be at 100 because my number was number 103. So I left at about 12 o'clock that yesterday. But when I even got home, because place is not far from my house, when I got home, I ate, I was doing some things, and then it was like 1 o'clock. It wasn't even exactly 1 o'clock. I left my house like 12:50. So I spent just like 1 hour at home, you guys, like 1 hour ish. And then I came here. I got back to the place around 1 o'clock, and then I go meet them, and I'm like, what number are they on? And they're like number 150. I'm like, how? And number 150, I was like, so they've passed my number. The guy was like, oh, that where did I go? That as soon as I left, a bunch of other people also left, and so they called through. So when they call your number, you're not there, they just skip it and move to another person, and then they can't go back to that number. So somebody was like, oh, I should go and write my name on the list again. I said, what number are they on? Like number 250. I said, eh? I'm not doing this. The fact that one, it was so uncomfortable. I even wanted to vlog and show you guys what the place looked like, but I couldn't even. I wasn't in the right frame of mind to even sit down and show. There were no seats. They didn't give us any seats. We were standing the entire time. Both yesterday and today, we were standing the entire time. Um, there was no shade, so we're standing in the sun. I was sweating. I bought water. I was drinking water. People were just there. We're gisting. I also had to fight for women's rights. I had to fight for the rights of pregnant women and nursing mothers. Like I was saying, Oga, she's a nursing mother, let her enter. She's a pregnant woman, let her enter. And then some people were also fighting for the rights of the elderly. It's the one that concerned me, Sha, that I was doing. I mean, I care about elderly people too, but I was more concerned about pregnant women. And it was also nice, I got to gist with people. We got to talk about a lot of things, but I couldn't start writing my name at number 250 that yesterday. So I went back, and I went back home. I actually even thought I was giving up. I told myself, like, I'm done. I can't do this again. But then this morning I woke up with a brand new mindset and said, you know what, I'm re-strategizing and I'm going to get a PVC today. So I woke up quite early. I rushed Tisha out of the house, literally rushed her out of the house. To school. As soon as I dropped her in school by 8 o'clock, I went to the place. Tell me why, even as early as 8 o'clock, that I went to the place, you guys, I was number 50. Apparently, people had come since 7:30, or people came like 7, they wrote their names and left, so I was number 50. I was like, I'm not giving up. Today, I'm going to get this thing. Number 50 is not as bad as number 103 of yesterday. So that's how they started calling the names. They called the first 25, which entered about 40 something because people had written their names and left, just like I did yesterday. And then they called the second batch, and I was part of it, and I got my PVC. I didn't know I'll be this excited about getting this PVC. I never knew I'd be this excited, but I'm happy. I can get to vote. Like, this is my first PVC ever. Like, they wrote new on my own. I've never applied for PVC before because I guess by the time I turned the age where I was supposed to be voting, when I was 18, I was in the US, I was in the United States. So, yeah, I had never applied for that. And then I came back several years ago, and it was just never my thing to vote. But then a revolution came, and I've been gingered, and I applied. The story of my PVC application self is a different story. I got it, y'all. I got it, and I'm excited. Ooh, excitement, you guys. All right, so let me start heading home. It is 11:30 now. 11:30, and I'm hungry, I'm famished, and I want to go and eat and start doing things. All right. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. You guys, I have finished. I have my last piece of plantain. Finished my food. I feel fulfilled. I feel happy. So now that I have picked up my PVC and I'm shouting and I'm excited and I'm, telling everybody that cares to know that I picked up my PVC, what next? What next? The next thing is supposed to be that you go vote. And we have how many contestants running right now? And we know who the youths are agitating for. And we know who some other Nigerians are agitating for. It's like, it feels so real now that I have my PVC. I sent it to my husband and he was like, oh shit, eligible voter. Because I never voted before. But then now I have to vote. Like, it's finally like I have a decision, or I have a say in what matters in this country. And sometimes, or thinking about it now, it feels like it's such a heavy responsibility. But we move. So one way or the other, next month, February, we have to go to the polls to vote. We'll see how that goes. Just putting this out there to motivate you guys that are still thinking that it's going to be stressful to collect your PVC. Listen, did you see my excitement when I collected it? It felt like I had achieved something. It felt like I matter in this country now. It felt like I have a say in this country now. So that's kind of how I think you would feel when you finally get it. And I think you should just get your PVC. Getting it is one thing. You don't want it to show you by on that day. You're not be like, oh man, I wish I had it so I could vote. No, get it. Just at least just have it, and then you can make your decisions later on. Happy resumption, parents. How are you guys coping already with resumption? Some of you are excited. Some of you are not. By the way, before I forget, are your nannies back? Tell me, is your nanny back? What are the stories that people are hearing with your nannies? Because I've been seeing some wild stories on social media and I'm like, ooh, what is going on? So let me know. Are your nannies back? Did you get a new nanny? Are you planning to get a new one? What's going on? And this mostly applies to those in Nigeria, because I don't know how the system works for you guys abroad. But Nigeria, you guys know what I mean now. Did your outstep go? Did they come back? I'm so grateful and thankful that we had Mary. Mary did not go home. She was supposed to. In fact, when she came to us, she told us that she was only going to spend a year with us, and she has spent more than a year with us. So listen, I'm so grateful and thankful to her. And when I tell people that I'm grateful and thankful to Mary, people are like, well, you want to share your bed now, like you two, you're not like that now, you're a very nice person to her. So I think, thank God for me, thank God for giving me the grace and the power to be myself with her and just do well by her, and I'm thankful for her too, for taking good care of my daughter and not leaving us stranded. So sorry guys, let me know what's going on with your nanny. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video that was supposed to be just only yesterday and has expanded till today because of PVC wahala. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. I feel like I should have another video up tomorrow or Thursday. I'm gonna roll, you guys. I'm gonna roll. So yeah, anyways, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.